All right, class, what do you think? Does coffee shorten life? No way, and you are correct. In fact, new research suggests that coffee consumption remains health promoting. Up to 3 cups a day was associated with 12% less all-cause mortality, 17% less heart mortality, and 21% less incidence of stroke. So it appears to be very good for you. And the reason we're talking about it is because we are continuing our longevity series where I'm looking at things that stimulate autophagy, the renewing and regenerating of healthy cells in our body. And foods that can include coffee and tea. So let's take a look at 7 benefits of coffee. I think the biggest by far is it does cause our body to stimulate autophagy. Coffee has been found to stimulate this process, contributing to healthier cells and reducing the risk of certain diseases. The polyphenols in coffee induce autophagy, thereby supporting the body's ability to generate newer, healthier cells. That's what we want if we're going to have longevity. And one of the things in coffee that appears to be extra beneficial is something called chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is one of the main things that stimulates autophagy and gives it its health benefits. Now I'm going to give you a heads up right now. Dark roast don't have near as much chlorogenic acid. So if you want the health benefits, you need to use the medium or light roast. And decaffeinated and regular both trigger autophagy, so they're both beneficial. Number 2, a longer life. As reported by Rutgers, male coffee drinkers had a 12% lower risk of dying during the study that they reported on compared to non-coffee drinkers. For women, the likelihood of dying was reduced by 7% among those who drank coffee. Now, men obviously need more help not dying young anyway, so that's okay. And here's another study where they looked at 21 different articles and studies and compared with no or rare coffee consumption drinkers. The ones that drank 3 cups a day had a reduced risk of all causes of mortality by 13%, so a significant factor. Third benefit of coffee is enhancing brain activity. How many of you find that happens with you? Coffee's ability to boost energy and brain performance is well documented. Studies have shown that it improves alertness, energy levels, and overall performance. And if that wasn't enough, how about number 4, aiding in fat burning? Helps you to get some extra pounds off. Coffee is a natural aid for fat burning. And caffeine, the active ingredient in there, appears to enhance thermogenesis. So that's the body's way of generating heat from stored fat and digested food. Research has shown that caffeine can increase the metabolic rate also, supporting weight loss and weight maintenance. And here's a study where it showed just how significant the caffeine boost in metabolism could be. A 3 to 11% boost in metabolism. So it makes you burn calories at a faster rate. And green tea and coffee were both beneficial. Now, if you ask me which is more beneficial, green tea or coffee, I would say green tea. Would you ask me which one I drink the most? I would say coffee because I enjoy it the most, but both of those are beneficial. A 5th reason to consume coffee is decreased heart disease. European Society of Cardiology indicated 4 to 5 cups of coffee is linked to a lower risk of arrhythmia. That's where your heart gets out of rhythm. And caffeinated only appeared to be beneficial in this case. All coffee types, including decaf, are connected with a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease and a decrease in all causes of mortality. And again, the magic zone seems to be in that 2 to 3 cup a day range. A sixth reason to drink coffee, it helps regulate blood sugar. It is connected with a reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes, and it appears to be helpful in helping our insulin work better, making our cells more sensitive to the insulin, and also in metabolizing the glucose. And the last reason it may be beneficial is helps promote bowel movements. When you drink coffee, it stimulates peristalsis. That's that muscular motion in the intestinal tract that moves food through the digestive system. And it's not just the caffeinated brands that do that, because decaffeinated brands appear to help as well. So that's 7 ways that coffee can promote health and longevity. Let me wrap it up by giving you a few pointers. Coffee is a very heavy pesticide contaminated crop. So I want you to be careful about the brands that you use, and use organic brands that don't have all these pesticides on them. Also, purchase whole coffee beans and then grind them yourself. And why do I want you to do that? Well, coffee beans have oil in them, natural oil. When you grind them, it releases that oil, and it's just a matter of time before the coffee can go rancid. Now, how long has it been sitting on the shelf before it goes to your shelf? And then how long do you set it on the shelf? So for the last quite a few years, I have been just purchasing coffee beans, and then we want to grind them. We grind it up and use them like that. Makes it much fresher. Next, I want you to drink it black, and that may be difficult for some of you, but don't be putting sugar in there, don't be putting cream in there. Get used to it. It will take you a couple of months to get used to black coffee. And when you make your coffee, also don't use the white bleached filters, use the unbleached filters. Purchase the light and medium roast rather than the dark, as I have suggested. And for those of you who are sensitive to caffeine, you want to cut the coffee off at 2 p.m. so it doesn't interfere with your sleep. And putting all these things together, enjoy your coffee.